Welcome to day 77. The title is Danger Zones, and the scripture is Proverbs 4, verse 12, and it says, "When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble." And the devotional says, God's divine invitations are intentionally inconvenient. He sends us to the unpopular places to prepare us before he enlarges our territory. The method may appear risky, and it will most certainly challenge what we think about ourselves, our beauty, our readiness, and our ability. However, the uncomfortableness that comes with a calling will reveal which broken beliefs are blocking our entry into bigger. God will do what it takes to capture our heart and correct our vision. And the divine invitation to lead anew will challenge our hidden attachment to our circumstances, our conformity, and our comfort zone. The call to lead will ultimately reveal what and in whom we really trust. Do we trust what we know, or do we trust who we know? Divine leadership, which is the mantle of every woman, requires a willingness to surrender control and actively align with God's leading, especially when it doesn't make sense. Obedience tests our trust, unmasks hidden idols, and reveals true fears. The danger zone is not where we are going. The real danger is in where we are staying. That's why God uses radical methods to disrupt us and redirect us. He loves us too much to leave us. As we walk in obedience, we will walk through the doorways of destiny. Okay, I love the end of this one. I have to say it again. The danger zone is not where we're going. The real danger is where we are staying. And I shared this in another one, not making a decision out of fear. If God is calling you to something and you're afraid to step out in obedience and you're like, I just can't make the decision, is making a decision. And 99.9%, it's 100% of the time making the wrong decision if you are not going where God is calling you to go. So this is just yet another reminder to us that if God is calling you to do something, no matter how hard, no matter how frustrating, it is in our best interest to act immediately and to obey, because it is far more dangerous to stay where you are than to step out in faith. And I will say this, I have been in my share of hard situations where I had to step out in obedience. I've been in a relationship that God told me to get out of and I didn't. And the result of staying was absolutely devastating. So let me tell you that if right now you're like, well, it's not that bad and that's scary. It's scarier to step out than to stay where I am. So I'm just going to stay where I am. I just want you to know that that is such a recipe for disaster, and God is trying to get you out now before it escalates and gets worse, because inevitably it will. Anything outside of God's will is going to harm us and hurt us, and I don't want you to hurt like I did. Someone reached out to me the other day on Instagram in my DMs and was just like having a hard time in a relationship. She, broke up with someone. Then he said, I want to be with you again, but he doesn't want to be exclusive with her. He doesn't want to choose her. He wants to have her and all the things that come with her, but not commit to her. And I just want to encourage anyone who's out there, like, don't go all in on something or someone who's not, or that isn't all in on you. You deserve something or someone to be 100% about you and as sure about you as you are of that person. Or on the flip side, if someone's 100% all in on you and you can't give that to them, let them go. That's not fair to keep someone around because you enjoy their company, but you're not in alignment. It's using another child of God, and God's not going to let you off the hook in the same way he's not going to let them off the hook. You got to love yourself enough to choose the hard thing sometimes, because I love the saying, choose your hard. A lot of times we look at a hard situation or a hard decision and it's like, oh, to make that decision is so hard. Yeah, but it's also hard to stay where you are. And who knows if that's going to end up being harder than the hard situation. And sometimes those windows of opportunity, if it's a job or if it's some kind of opportunity like that, like sometimes the window closes. And then it's past, and then you don't know when the next one's gonna come. So it's just really good for us, and I'm saying this to myself out loud. Half the time that I say something out loud to Kellen, I'm like, I'm not telling you this, I need to hear it, or I'm saying this for accountability for myself, like I need to do X, Y, and Z. So I'm saying this as much to myself as I am to any of you. Maybe none of you even need this, but I do a lot of the time, so I'm saying it. But anyways, that's all. The question: in what ways is God asking you to do something that seems risky or unpopular? And the prayer at the bottom says, Lord, no circumstance is too dangerous for you to achieve victory. Thank you for making me a dangerous woman designed to win and not stumble. I like that. I want to be viewed as a dangerous woman, you know? Like, I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be fearful. I want to be dangerous to the enemy, that's when he gets real upset and he tries to throw things at you. But with God, we're good. That's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.